Probably just an armadillo.
No, really, it sounded like something big.
All I hear is that thunderstorm coming. Sounds like a big one.
Would you just take a look outside?
Nothing.
Are you sure?
Well, I did see a one-eyed monster, but he didn't look very hungry, so I wouldn't worry about it too much.
I'm serious. Will you just go get a flashlight, go outside and look around? I know I heard something.
Okay.
People who were camping in this vicinity just last night. No one knows who or what could be responsible for such a hideous tragedy as this. When questioned, police could merely speculate by saying that it appeared to be the work of a pack of vicious animals such as wolves. However, there haven't been any wolf sightings in this vicinity for over 150 years. For Metro News, this is Jay Irwin.
Miss Baxter, send him in.
Mr. Daniels?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Come on in. Have a seat. Clint, have you heard about the massacre that took place last night? It was up north of New Orleans at some campground or something.
Yeah, I heard about it. In fact, it's been on TV and it's been in all the papers. I take it that someone here from the Times has covered it for us, right?
Well, you're right. We do have it covered. But my boss, Don Jordan, seems to think this is one of the hottest stories that's happened in this area since he's been on the paper. So, he wants us to dig a little deeper than everybody else and see if we can't find out what happened to those poor campers.
Well, that's interesting, but what does that have to do with me?
A lot. He gave me specific instructions to put you on it.
Me? You mean Mr. Jordan personally requested from me to do this story?
Yes, he did. He's well aware of your high success rate as an investigative reporter.
Well, that's great. When do I start?
This afternoon, if you like. However, Mr. Jordan has a rather unusual proposition to offer that you might want to consider before you accept this. You see, one of our reporters did a little scouting around that area and found out about a legend or something concerning an old mansion in the vicinity of those woods. It seems that a lot of the local townspeople claim that something or someone has been killing people in that area for over 100 years now. Up to now, they've never said anything about it to the authorities.
But what does any of that have to do with some old house?
Well, Jordan said he'd like for you and a couple of other guys to start by checking out this mansion. In fact, he thought it would be a good idea if you started by spending a night in it.
Yeah, I'd like to do it. When do I start? Now?
You mean you want to do it?
Sure, why not? Sounds exciting. We may even find what we're looking for.
Oh, come on, Clint. I thought you had better sense than that. That's one of the stupidest ideas I've heard since I've been on this paper. You know as well as I do that Jordan is always coming up with these crackpot ideas without any regard for anyone's safety.
Yeah, I know, Mr. Daniels, but I don't think there's anything to worry about.
Okay, I think you're both crazy. But if you really want to, he gave me orders to pay you guys overtime all night. And to have the newspaper pick up all of your expenses.
Great. If I can, I'm going to start tonight.
Jordan has already asked those other two idiots who are supposed to go with you, and they agreed to it also. They work down in the print shop. They're, here it is, Roger Morgan and Daryl Hogan.
Yeah, I know who they are. Guess I'll just be seeing it tomorrow then.
I want you to understand that I am totally opposed to this. No story is worth getting hurt over.
I know, Mr. Daniels. I really appreciate the concern, but we'll be okay. Really. See you later.
Man, I'm not sure where we're at.
Here, let me see. Didn't we just pass Highway 78?
Yeah.
Look, well, there it is. Man, we're almost there.
Think we'll find anything?
I doubt it. What difference does it really make? I'm sure we can come up with something exciting enough for Jordan to want to put in his papers. Man, as long as he's paying us overtime, I'm game for anything.
Yeah, and even if we do come across something, there ain't nothing old Faithful here can't handle.
Man, I feel safer already.
Okay, it's 3 miles in that direction.
What? 3 miles? Man, you gotta be kidding.
Sure. What's the matter?
Are you sure we can't get any closer than 3 miles before we have to start walking?
Nope. This is the closest road. I mean, after all, no one's been out to this place in 100 years.
If we expect to get there before dark, we better get moving.
Can't be much further. Hey, we're almost there.
That's what you said about a mile back.
Come on. I believe we found it.
Well, let's go in.
After you.
Who's that?
Come on. Let's see what's up here.
What do you say we go back home and just tell them we spent the night? This place is chills up and down my spine.
What about Old Faithful?
Man, I don't know.
Well, Roger, what do you think? I'm not too crazy about it either, but if we chicken out now, we'll never hear the end of it when we get back to work.
Who said anything about telling them?
We can't do that. What do we have to worry about? How is this place connected with a bunch of campers being killed 5 miles from here?
You mean getting massacred?
Whatever. It doesn't matter. Look, if you both want to leave, I won't argue.
I'm staying.
Yeah, me too.
Great. I knew you guys wouldn't chicken out on me. Let's go ahead and set up in here and let's fix something to eat.
Yeah, I'm starved.
All right. See you too. Maybe 2 more.
That puts me out.
Does it for me too.
Ha. All right, thank you. Take a candy from a baby.
Anybody got the time?
It's about 11:15. You know, I think one of us really ought to stay awake.
Yeah, that's what I had in mind. I thought we could take turns, you know, split it up into 2-hour shifts or something.
Sounds good to me.
I'll take first watch if you guys don't mind. I'm really not that sleepy yet. Besides, I've got to figure out how I'm going to spend all this money on what.
Yeah, wake me up when you get tired.
You got it.
Look, go ahead and turn on that video camera just in case we see something. Man, we don't want to be fumbling around in the dark when we need it.
You want to run it all night?
Yeah, I brought more than enough videotape. Besides, the paper's paying for it. I got it.
Look, why don't you hang on to this?
No, I don't need that. I came prepared.
No, why don't you go ahead and take it anyway? Even if you don't want it, I think I'll be able to sleep a lot better just knowing you have it.
You ain't scared, are you?
No, man, not at all. I love this. In fact, I'm thinking about coming back here on vacation.
I'm just kidding. I'll hold on to it. It don't matter. There ain't nothing out here. Good night.
got everything smoothed over with the police. While we were talking, they sent a few men out to the house to check out your story. They didn't find any evidence of Roger or Darrell. Matter of fact, they didn't find any evidence of the things you claimed to have left at the house, the video camera or anything else. There was no evidence that anyone had been there recently. Now, Clint, you're going to have to level with me. Did you guys really go out there? Or did something else happen that you aren't telling me about? To be perfectly honest, the police suspect foul play. Right now, they're listed as missing persons. But I believe if they were to find the bodies, they would book you with murder without any hesitation.
Murder?
Yes, that's right. Murder. I mean, think about it, Clint. What are they supposed to believe? You go out there with two other guys, come back by yourself with this crazy story, and, I mean, Clint, what would you believe if you were in their place?
Are you suggesting that I'm lying to try and cover up a murder or something? Come on, Mr. Daniel, you know me better than that. Why on earth would I want to harm either of those two guys?
Okay. I'm sorry if I came on too strong. You're right. None of us can even begin to come up with a motive for you to kill anyone. That's one thing in your favor.
My favor? You're talking to me like I've already killed someone, but they just haven't figured out a way to prove it.
Look, I'm just telling you what the police are thinking. Did the guy that questioned you tell you any of this? No. He just smiled and walked off. They weren't going to say anything to you, Clint. I'm just trying to help.
Look, I didn't mean to get mad at you or anything. You're right. I really do appreciate the information.
You're overdue for a vacation. Mr. Jordan told me in light of everything that's happened recently, for me to give you 3 weeks off with pay, and for once I am in total agreement with him. Clint, you need to take some time off.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Why don't you go home and get some rest? Oh, and Clint, just forget about that crazy story. I think old Jordan may have learned a lesson this time. He's decided to treat it like any other story. It's over.
Here it is.
Thanks.
Sure.
Jack, I think I found it.
Where?
Right here.
Can I help you?
Sorry for being rude. It's just you have the document we've been looking for.
Well, I'll probably be another hour or so.
So you're interested in the old dancing place too, huh?
Oh, what?
The old place built by Edward Dancing back in 1790. Yeah, it's all in there.
Well, I guess I haven't gotten to that part yet.
Jack Richards, and this is my friend Greg Douglas.
Clint Harrison.
Look, I'm sorry if we came on too strong. It's just that you're the only other person we've found to take an interest in this place.
We're graduate students here at the university doing research in parapsychology.
Oh, well, I work at the Times.
Oh, you're a reporter.
Yeah, I'm on vacation now. I'm not working.
Well, what's your interest in the old dancing place?
Look, none of your... Nothing special. I'm just trying to do some research on my own.
It wouldn't have anything to do with all those campers getting killed, would it?
Well, you two seem to know more about this place than I do.
I knew it. You're the first person we've ever met who believes there's a connection between the two.
What, between the house and those people getting killed?
Local legend has associated unsolved deaths with that house for 150 years.
Well, yeah, that was the same lead they gave me at the paper.
That's a surprise. I thought we were the only ones who took that old legend seriously.
No. Lately, I've begun to take it quite seriously.
How do you mean?
Well, a couple of days ago, the manager of our newspaper sent me and 2 other guys up there to spend the night. Try to get some leads, snoop around.
You've been there?
Yeah.
We haven't made it out there yet, but we're planning on going sometime soon.
Well, at first, none of us believed we were going to find anything. See, we got up there early, and we started setting up before dark, and, well, what began to happen is after we started setting up, things began to start deteriorating, and all of a sudden it...
Has anyone else ever seen this?
Just us.
You know, one thing I noticed was that it began to lightning right before the tragedy occurred.
Yeah, now that you mentioned it, that's right. In fact, that's what woke me up. But what does that have to do with anything?
According to the legend, that's what happens before all the deaths and disappearances take place.
Why?
We don't know. In fact, we've never had any evidence to support any of this. Except now, looks like all those old stories might be true.
Okay, look, I've showed you everything I've got. Now, show me what you found.
Well, not much, really. We ran across this old man who had the Danson ancestral diary. It contained information about the house and the family, nothing out of the ordinary. Edward Danson came here from Norway in 1790. He didn't like the king at that time, so he just picked up and settled over here. Seemed to be happy with the place he built his house, except in the summertime. There were a lot of unusually violent thunderstorms.
Well, what does that mean?
We don't know. The only reason I mentioned it is because he wrote about it in his diary a lot. There didn't seem to be any reason for it. Just an obsession of his, I guess.
That's what struck us as being so unusual, especially since the people in that area claim that's when the deaths occur.
Only when there's lightning?
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense, but there it is.
Well, we first suspected it to be coincidence. But with these campers getting killed and this.
It stormed that afternoon. The campers were out there?
Yeah, we checked it with the local weather station.
Well, I was thinking of checking that campsite out myself.
You know where it's at?
Yeah, the police gave us a map at the paper. You guys in?
Sure.
I thought that we could start by working beyond the clearing. The police have probably combed this area so thoroughly, we'd just be wasting our time here.
You know if they found anything?
No, just the bodies.
Hey, Clint! That belong to one of those campers?
Yeah, the police hauled them away. I guess they'll come back for this one later.
Greg, look at this.
Found something?
I don't know. What do you make of it?
These things are all over the woods. Badger holes. Why, do you suspect something different?
No, not really. It's just... never mind.
Hey, you guys find anything?
Yeah, what about you?
Nothing. Let's call it a day. Hear that?
You would have waited out in the camper?
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's getting closer now. Should be here any minute.
Clint, you okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I was just thinking about Daryl and Roger.
I'm really sorry about your friends. I hope we can help you catch whatever killed them. I mean, took them. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. I know they're dead. You know, I really appreciate the help you guys have been. You know, I was beginning to wonder if I was going crazy.
Okay, here we go.
See anything?
No. What about you, Greg?
Come on. You can sleep when we get home.
Covering. Now look, we're gonna have to bury him here.
You're crazy!
Now listen, the police are already suspicious of me for something I didn't do. Look, if I go in with this, no, we're gonna do this.
I don't know.
Look, man, if we bring this body in, they'll lock me up for sure. Then who's gonna help you find what did this?
What you say makes sense, but I've known Greg for years. I just can't leave him here.
Look, he knew the risk when we started. In fact, this was his idea. Look, if he was alive, he would want you to do everything to find out what caused this.
Well, I'll just tell him what happened.
What makes you think they're gonna believe you any more than they believe me?
Okay. I don't like this at all, but I'll do it for your sake. Oh, man. Okay, this is good, right here. Come on! Okay, that's enough. Come on! Help me! I can't.
Jack! You okay? Look, I know how you feel right now. I mean, how do you think I felt when Daryl and Roger were killed the other night? I mean, at least Greg had some idea of what he was getting involved in.
Okay, I know. Look, you don't have to start all over again. You've already told me this once. I don't need to hear it again. I'm well aware that Greg realized what he was getting involved in. But that doesn't change a thing. He's still dead.
Well, what do you want me to say? Look, what's done has been done. He's dead. Look, we're just got to get over this thing right now.
No, I don't want anything from you. Just leave me alone. I'm through. I never want to see you again. You understand?
This is useless.
Hello?
Hey, pal, how you doing?
Hey, Mr. Daniels. Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Yeah, I just called to check up on you. Want to see how you were doing?
I'm doing great. Feel a lot better.
Well, that's great. Look, you don't need anything, do you?
No, really. I'm fine, thanks. Listen, Mr. Daniels, you haven't heard any more about that story, you know, any more leads or, you know, anything like that?
Now, Clint, I told you to forget all about that. It's behind you now. But since you asked, no, we haven't got any more information.
Okay, thanks. Bye. Hello?
Clint, this is Jack.
Jack, how are you?
I'm better. Look, I'm sorry about the way I acted the other night. Could I come over and talk?
Sure. Yeah. Whenever you want to. Come on.
Okay. Thanks, Clint.
You bet. Okay, bye. How's it going?
Better. It's gonna take me a while to get over Greg's death, but, well, you're right. He would have wanted me to continue. You okay?
As good as can be expected, considering the circumstances.
There is something else I need to tell you about. Did we ever mention Eric Danson?
No, not that I recall.
Well, up until now, I never thought of any reason to even mention him, but I'm beginning to think that he might provide a clue to some of this.
Eric Danson?
Yeah, he was really the only one to ever leave the family and have any contact with the outside world. None of the local people liked the Danson family ever since they moved there. They were considered to be a little unusual. There were a lot of rumors surrounding them, bad ones, about incest and intermarrying within the family. Well, anyway, when Eric came back from a semester of college, he wasn't too well received by the rest of the family. In fact, he died about 3 months later. It looked like murder, but since no one liked him anyway, everybody just turned their back and called it an accident.
When did all this take place?
1820?
That's a long time ago. How could that have any bearing on what's going on today?
Okay. Ever since Eric's death, everybody claimed that his ghost had come back to haunt them.
What?
Look, I know what you're thinking, but that legend persisted well into the late 1800s.
Okay, so I still don't get it. What does that got to do with anything?
Other aspects of the legend seem to be based on some fact. I'm willing to believe that there might be something to this.
What, that Eric's ghost is running around killing people?
No, not necessarily, but it could be a clue to something.
When was the last time anybody ever heard of these characters? I mean, where did they go?
Nobody knows. People saw lights on in the windows as late as 1860. They claim they came on less frequently until they just stopped coming on altogether. Everybody assumed they left. No trace of any of them was ever found.
Killer ghost, huh?
Come on, that's not what I said.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it to sound like I was making fun of you or anything, but...
I mean, so what? What kind of clue does this give us?
A clue? You want a clue? I got an idea.
Oh, really? Like what?
I think we should go dig up Eric Danson's grave.
What? What for?
You got any better ideas?
No, not now, but I'm sure I can think of something.
Look, you owe me. I helped you bury my friend to save your neck. You can at least help me do this.
Okay. Do you know where it is?
Yes, I do. The family's graveyard is located about a mile from the house. Not too many people know about it. It was in the diary.
Ever been there?
No, but I got the old man who had a diary show it to me on a map.
Jack, I don't see anything.
Are you sure this is the right place?
Well, this is the place on the map, but that doesn't mean anything. I think that old man who told you about this just has a strange sense of humor.
Let me see that map.
Look, I happen to be very good with maps. You have to be in my profession.
What's it say?
It's real worn. It looks like Elizabeth.
You know, there's bound to be more of these around here someplace.
Here's another one.
I can't believe we didn't notice them before now. Look, here's another one.
Nah, no go.
I can't even make it out. Starts with a W.
I found it! Look, it says Eric Danson died 1821. I don't believe it. This is it. Let's go.
Great.
Did I ever mention to you about Frederick Danson?
No.
He was Eric's cousin. They were real close. In fact, he went to college with Eric. But he never came back.
Well, what happened to him?
Don't know. He lost all contact with his family. I guess he liked the outside world a little more than Eric did. All we were able to pick up on was that he eventually got married and had some kids.
Now that's interesting. Do you know if any of his descendants are still around?
No, that's about all we know. What's the matter?
I think we've hit something.
Dig around the edges so we can get a hold of it. Come on, get it out. What for? Come on.
Feels kind of light.
It's empty.
See, I tell you this was a waste of time.
You okay?
Yeah. There's a tunnel in here.
A what?
A tunnel! Let's follow it.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Well, it was your idea that got us here. You wanted a clue? Well, now we've got one.
Yeah, but...
You got a flashlight?
Yeah, but it's getting dark.
You'll never know the difference in there.
Cute. But we'll be ready this time.
How you doing?
Kinda tight, but I'll make it. How far do you think we've gone?
I'd say at least 700 yards.
Feels like 700 miles.
You didn't bring any water, did you?
No.
I think we've been climbing uphill. I don't think we're any more than 2 feet from the surface.
Yeah, well, I still want to... Wait. Listen. Can you see it?
No, not very well.
Shine the light on it.
I think I might provoke it if I do that.
Well, we better do something.
Hand me the pistol, slowly. Okay, hand it to me.
Do you see it? No, but I think we ought to get out of here. Well, which way? I've been trying to follow my compass. I think the car's that way. That way. I think we should have been there by now.
You saying we're lost?
Possibly. I tried to track our direction underground, but I guess it just didn't work.
Why don't we just go back through the tunnel to the graveyard?
Well, I suppose so, but do you really want to crawl back in?
No way.
Besides, in the dark, I don't even know if we can find our way back to where that tunnel collapsed in on us.
Well, that's just great. So what you're saying is that we're lost, huh? Just admit it, we're lost. Read my lips. We are lost.
Will you shut up? What do you want me to do? Find a telephone booth out here and call your mom to come get us? We're just gonna have to make the best of the situation so we can figure a way to get out of here.
Okay. Then what do you suggest?
Well, since it stopped raining, I don't know, spend the night here.
Oh, great! You must be crazy. With that thing running around out here?
We have to wait for daylight. In the dark, we could be just walking further away from the car.
What was that?
I couldn't tell, but I think it's what we're looking for.
It wasn't a wolf or anything like that, was it?
No,
It couldn't have been a man, huh?
No way. I do know one thing, though.
What?
That tunnel was headed directly toward the dancing place. You remember that mound of dirt in front of us when we crawled out of the tunnel? It looked just like the mound at the campsite where those people were killed. I think they're entrances to the tunnel.
Those things are all over these woods.
Exactly. You know, I think this entire area is full of tunnels. And I'll bet you they converge at the dancing place.
Why the dancing place?
What time is it?
I don't believe it. It's 9:30.
Man, I'm hungry. Well, are you ready to find the car?
Yeah. Sooner the better. Hey, wait a minute.
Oh, I owe you one. You just get us out of here and I'll call it even.
I don't know. Trying to keep my bearings in that tunnel was harder than I ever thought it would be.
Don't worry. You did your best. Look, I'm sorry about last night. I didn't have any idea where we were. At least you tried to keep track of it. I didn't even think to do that.
You were probably right to try and keep me from going in that stupid tunnel in the first place.
Well, the forest doesn't go on forever. We'll be out here sooner or later.
Sooner, I hope.
One day we'll look back on this and laugh.
I hope you're right.
Is that,
Yeah, that's it.
Well, what do you want to do?
Do you really want to know?
At least you've been there before.
Yeah, I sure have. Well, at least I know how to get back to the car from here.
Well, how far is it?
About 3 miles.
You want to,
I guess so. That's why we came here in the first place.
You okay?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. This is one of them. I don't know which one, but he's a dancing all right.
Well, how can you tell?
See those eyes? They're two different colors. Every dancer that ever lived had eyes like that.
Yeah, one's blue and one's brown.
Those tunnels come back here like you think they do. We should be able to find an entrance somewhere in this house.
I'm almost certain they do. If we could find where they come in, we could come back with the police and make a track on these things.
We've got better than an hour of daylight. Let's start looking.
Yeah, we'll find it. You still got that pistol. Find anything?
Nothing.
Well, I guess I was wrong.
Out of here. I don't believe it. We walked by this thing at least 100 times since we've been here.
We don't have time to run. We're gonna have to hide.
Hello.
Mr. Danson? I mean, Mr. Daniels. Hey, this is Clint. Hey, listen, you're not going to believe what I found at that Danson place.
Dancing place?
Well, yeah. That's the people who owned it, the Dansons. Right, listen. They're still there. Yeah. In fact, over the years, they've changed into these horrible creatures. But yeah, they're still there.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, it's them. Yeah, you can tell by their eyes. Hey, and listen, I know who's responsible for those killings.
Well, let me guess. It wouldn't just happen to be the Dansons, would it?
Uh-huh. Yeah, could you? That'd be great. Listen, I'm gonna be here most of the night working on the story, so... Yeah, that'd be great. Sure. Come on, that'd be fine. Bye.
Is there a problem?
No. Why do you ask?
Well, you seem upset.
No, I'm not upset.
You certainly seem upset.
I said I'm not upset!
Well, excuse me.
No, I'm sorry. It's just, there's a lot of pressure on down at the paper right now. All these deaths and missing persons. The public has just got to hear something. I'd just as soon drop it, but you know we can't do that.
Well, let me fix you a drink. Let's just sit around and rest tonight.
No, thanks anyway, but I have to go down to the paper to straighten a few things out. I'll probably be gone quite a while. So why don't you go on to bed and we'll get together tomorrow and relax. I promise.
Okay, but remember, you promised.
Glad you could make it by, Clint. I thought we would be a little more comfortable if we would get away from the office for a while. Besides, it's been a long time since we just had a chance to visit.
You're probably right. To tell you the truth, I've been really jumpy lately, and that big office building sure didn't help much.
I know what you mean, Clint. I feel that way at times myself.
Does anybody else know about this?
No. Why do you ask?
Oh, well, you know how important it is for the paper to run an exclusive on a story like this. I was just hoping. Hey, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked you that. I know if anybody does, you realize the importance of it.
Hey, pal, I didn't go through all of this for someone else to get a story this hot.
Yeah, that's what I like about you, Clint. Always on the ball. One step ahead of everybody else.
Well, maybe I am. I've always been a workaholic.
There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you know where to channel your energy and when to quit.
Well, maybe I don't know when to quit. But I'm the best investigative reporter this paper has. I'll dig all the way to China to get to the bottom of a story. Or maybe you just don't understand that. I can't stop on this one. Look, I'm really on to something. Look, this thing keeps haunting me. I mean, I'm just so close. I really appreciate your concern for my safety. But I'm going to follow this one through, all the way to China. Can't you see that?
Yes, Clint. I see much better than you think.
Well, maybe you do at that. Maybe you've understood a little more than you've led us on to believe. Maybe I'm beginning to understand. How could I have been so blind?
Not a matter of blindness.
Get so involved sometimes. The obvious gets put aside. All this madness. Take now, for instance. It's fairly clear that I care a great deal about you, Clint. You little hard-headed fool. You wouldn't listen to me. You wouldn't stop when I told you to. And now, it's too late! You realize what you've done! See what I have to do? Nowhere to go, Clint! You got nowhere to hide! Clint! I'm thicker than water! Clint! Where are you? Clint, where are you? Might as well come on out! Clint, where are you? No use, Clint! You might as well come out! That story will never make it! You'll never get it out! Clint!
They've got to be stopped! Please! It's got to stop!
No! It's my family! You wanna kill her? You wanna kill me too? It'll never be over. You can't kill us all! Cause I'm gonna kill you! Stop it! Stop it! Don't!
You're right. It had to stop.